Okay, I'm back. I'm back. You guys, you remember that? I'm back. And welcome to the Human Planet. I'm the host of my show. My name is Marvin Marsh. I didn't know I have the serious look that I have. It's a very serious look, but it's a good look, kind of handsome. Ladies, what you all think? You got to put some down and from a scale of 1 to 10. I don't want to see any 1.5. I don't want to see any 3. I don't want to see any 8. I want to see 10. Ladies, 10. But welcome to the Human Planet. Today we're going to talk about something that I think is needed, a topic that needed to be talked about years back. I'm talking about years back, and we're going to talk about in terms of police officers, okay? No, I've never been a police officer, okay. All right. But I've always have supported the righteousness, okay? And we're going to get right on it. And today, when we talk about, in terms of my topic today is, how can we call it? Refund? In terms of to defund. And they said to defund police officers, okay? And I said we need to refund police officers, bottom line. It's a lot of shows out here that I think that are perpetuating that others have said that's ignorant ideology of defunding police officers. Okay, and I think that's the wrong thing to do and to even to focus on. And a lot of shows, and you all know that they've had guests on their shows, and a lot of colored shows and what we call black shows, okay, of defunding police officers in a lot of areas in terms of within the country on our planet of defunding police officers. I'm not going to get into how can I say emotionalism in terms of actions that I think that have been pretty much I can say that have been focused. People have focused on it. The government, which is a great government, I'm proud of my government, bottom line. And even though that you have various people that disagree with each other, Democrats, Republicans, and Independent Party, and so on disagree, but the fact of it is within a government of the Constitution that you can do that, and at the same time, that's a human right. That's a human right that God have given you. As long as if you don't hurt anyone, okay? Now let's get back to the defunding and what you're talking about, defunding police officers. These individuals, men and women, and I'm talking about desirability, men and women that have that put their life on the line every day. And a lot of shows that I think you all know what I'm talking about, who I'm talking about. A lot of shows are promoting what they call the KKK kind of things on the police department, and white supremacists. We talked about that one time in terms of being supreme. Supreme is I have to look at individually of a supremacist, okay? So I have to look at that. I don't. Where's this guy probably? Is that Larry Elder? I don't look like Larry Elder, do I? No. But Larry, no offense, Larry Elder. Larry have that conservative look like myself, Larry. But no. I support law enforcement. My son is a police officer and going on 19, 20 years a police officer, and he put his life on the line every day. So in terms of defunding a police, who would say such a thing? And I think that any group or an individual would articulate that on this national media. I think that we should be looked at, and if he's in a government position, I think that we should be pretty much looked at, bottom line, and say, well, get your bags and go, bottom line. Get your bags and go. They need to be refunded because of in terms of pay that they have never should have been, how can I say, should have got that pay years ago. The pay, in fact, they are underpaid. So, and I think you all know the definition of refund, right? You got any kids? Probably got some children that 14 or 15 looking at the show kind of thing there. But computers are good, or cell phones. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all know what refund means. I'm looking at some people right now, right? Refund, it's refunding police officers. Bottom line, and I know it by heart, but pretty much it's a great service. And when you look at it, it's a great service. They have done it such a great service. And here again, they to sacrifice their life on the line every single day. And a lot of folks don't even know what's happening with officers in terms of separations, in terms of legal matters that is taking place. They are not perfect, which means that we all have bad days. And I think bottom line, we do have bad days, especially with a police officer knowing that he have dedicated himself to a particular case. And triple docs have contributed up to 100% in an individual walk. This is our justice system, bottom line. And then months from now, that individual have committed something more heinous, taking a life or whatever. Then we look back. Isn't that something? Refund. We need to refund police officers. Banks that you go into, and certain banks that you have, they have a container or something set up. If you choose to, or we want to not refund or contribute something for the police department, please do so. They are in banks, and so I support that. I support it. And here again, we've all made mistakes, but one thing about it in our country with our judiciary system, and at the same time a system of what we call the rehabilitation, that you can how can I say, adjust your life. Okay, you can adjust your life, and I know a lot that have people that have had made wrong decisions, and look at them now, they're millionaires, right? They're millionaires. They're pastors, and they're mayors, and I mean it's anything in our country that whatever you want to be, you can be that. But let's get back to the refund, the police department, and I tell you, when I'm going to use the word marginalization, and that's marginalization in one term. We're marginalizing in terms of black people, and colored people, no. But I think the marginalization, you put it in a category in terms of police officer, and I'm going to say, along with our lyric elders, we got Candace Owens, and which I support. I may not disagree with 100%. They're not going to disagree with Marvin 100%. That we need to come up with a program in terms of a refund program for police officers. And I had someone that did talk with me and talk about Mr. Floyd and things that did happen and so on. But and my heart and my heart and my love goes out for any a particular situation that life have been taken. But I think that we need to let's publicize and with the media, okay? And I'm talking about CNN or what's that? MB, SBC, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. Well, why don't we video the great things of officers that was done? I seen one that the officer was on the interstate, a young lady, colored, black woman, and the officer had the little baby, and this was a human person. But I'm actually human. You all said white, okay, white human, and what he did to bring that child back, he dedicated himself. It's a lot of that is going on with officers. It's a lot. These are it's great, and I don't want to get into. I want to get into in terms of. Certain how can you say decisions was made and because we are human, and I know you all going to talk about it that specifically, but he said certain decisions. He didn't want to get into the details kind of thing. I'm gonna get into the details. Refund, okay, plain and simple. Refund. We need to come up with a program all across the country to refund police officers. Okay, they've got to live. Bottom line. They've got to live. So I'm looking at that percentage. I'm talking about that great percentage of officers that have dedicated their life, their service. Some have, oh my God, in terms of family is divided. I'm talking about women and men, okay? Women and men. It can be frustrating some days coming in, and the fact of it is that certain a police officer pretty much abiding with the constitution of a police officer, and then people or individuals pretty much be, how can you say, hostile. Become hostile, and I think and inappropriate statements have been made towards them in that kind of thing there. And I think we all are human, okay? Opposed to saying thank you, officer. You all be safe, okay? And I talk to my son a lot, and I say to my son that I want you to come back home, okay? I want you to come back home, bottom line. 19 going on 20 years. 20 years, bottom line. Richmond, Virginia. Richmond! But I can put thumbs up with the states all around the country, which is police officers. Police officers is there. So let's support him. I think it's the refund, called Refund. And I'm going to come out called Refund police officers, because they need to be refunded because of the contribution and the dedication. Okay, the hard work. Okay, jeopardizing their life. Some didn't make it back home. Some didn't. Some didn't make it back home. Some didn't. And my heart goes out, and I want you all each and every day to come back home. But I also like for you to view some paperwork, right, and look at that refund, and that a lot of people that are talking about in terms of not defunding, but to refund officers. You're doing such a great job. Such a great job. And we're just going on like 11 minutes or something. I can go on and on and on and on and on and talk about my good friends. I'm going to say one thing. In a 25 mile an hour, in terms of 25, I'm going to go 65. This is Marvin. When you pull me over, don't give me a ticket. I'm just playing. Marvin would never do that. But we're going to refund them, but we support you all. This is going to go. It's going to go around the country, bottom line, and it should. Okay. The younger guys, I don't want you to think that what you guys call Marvin or anybody. You guys, oh, he's a sellout. Well, I think it's good to sell. When I say it's good to sell, if you got something that you're working on, these young males and females, we got something that you're working on, and to get to the point of sale, you have to advertise it first. Now, see, it's other ways that you can sit and talk and look at words, and you can a particular situation. And I think once you perfected that product, or what have you, mine is political presentations and so on, it's sellable. Bottom line, okay. I have, in terms of, I like to have every I die T cross. So we got some terms of additional paperwork. It's already there. Already there for me. But my intentions and my goal in terms of my subject matter today, to refund and not defund. I stand with that. And a lot of individuals, groups stand with me. Stand with me. Let's think about one thing. If police officers right now, we're going to leave the job. It's over. Can you imagine what take place? Can you really imagine what take place? Can you imagine what take place? The kind of, how can you say, the animosity that people have within their heart, and say, well, this is the time now for me to go and to get that individual. But somewhere in that subconscious mind, conscious and subconscious mind, they know if you do anything that I think that is against the law, and any opposition against our established laws within that Constitution, pretty much you're going to be taken care of legally. Bottom line. I want you to subscribe. I want you to subscribe. I have a lot of other things we're going to be working on. Bottom line. I'm one of these basic guys that what my grandfather taught me. You know, in the South here, you know, we have, how could you say, we go have the basic, we have the grow our own tomatoes and cucumbers and things of that nature, which is very good. Organic pear trees and plums and so on. I'm great. But when I can distribute something, I was in a Dollar General store. And I'm sorry, a Dollar Tree store. And on my show, you all said white folks. I said humans. So when I use humans, you know what I'm talking about. And it could have been coloreds with black. And a human lady came in, and she had a little boy and a daughter. And it looked like they could have had some issues. My mind and my thought, my heart. I departed that store. Yes, I paid for my items, okay? I don't want to say, well, he walked out the store. I paid for my items and I returned back. And once I went to my car, I came back. And I went to I approached the wrong couple. I said, where's the children? She said, excuse me? And I turned around, I said, I apologize. And I saw the lady over there. When you come into the Dollar Tree store. And right now, when I think about that, tears want to come to my eyes. I approached her, and I looked at those children, and I went in my pocket, and I gave her a nice gift. She looked at me. She said, sir, thank you, to look at the kids. That the kids had some issues. Human planet, we need to focus. We need to focus on that. We need to focus on refunding our officers. We need to do this. It's so necessary. It's essential. It's going to take place. You know, all of these shows out here, colored, y'all know, said black. That is promoting supremacy. Okay, are promoting in terms of this marginalization in terms of all officers, police officers. Stop it. Stop it. Let me tell you one thing. When they go home, officers, have yourself a drink of nice red wine. Or you get you some human white wine and combine it together. Thumbs up. You all are doing such a fantastic job. I'm going into 17 minutes now. But I gotta go. Refund, remember that. And there will be areas of things set up in terms of cash apps or what have you. That's up to you guys. If you want to give, that's fine with me. Bottom line, because we have a lot that are going to, and we're going to visit these various what do you call it, the police departments across, not only in South Carolina and other places. That's what we're working on, and so we can have the TV. You know, I love it. That we can have a group of us and have that deposit that we're giving towards the refund. They call it the police officers later on in life, that when it's all over, we can have something to give them. Okay? You guys have a great day. You all be safe. And remember, the human planet comprise all of us. Let's do the right thing. Let's refund. Not defund. Let's refund with a smile our great officers. Thank you.